Perfect. GM Timi. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
GM,
Can you
GM,
hear me?
GM. How you doing? Yeah.
Good. I'm good. How are you
Okay.
doing too?
All right, guys. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. So vibes check. So this is what we do. I'll check your vibes. I want to be sure that your morale is 100% high and your vibe is 100% high. Because we are here for the alpha, we are here
Okay.
for the vibe. So join me
Yeah.
and
So yeah.
say super designer.
Super designer.
No, that vibe is that vibe is like 30%. We've not gotten it yet. Let's say it
Ah,
again. Let's
okay,
say it
let's
again. Say
go.
super designer.
Super designer.
Yeah, come on, guys. So, guys, everyone watching this live stream, let's have that too. Vibe check for my audience, the viewers. Let's type in the comment chat box right now. Say super designers. Of course, not
Let's
just for the
go.
title. That's who we are. Yeah, let me have it in the chat box. Super designer,
Yeah.
super designer, super designer, super designer, super designer. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Yep. All right, guys. Timi, go ahead and introduce yourself. I've done that. Uh, that's for
Okay. Jim.
yep.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Jim, everyone, and thank you, Super Team, for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge, and thank you, TOC, for on behalf of all of us. Thank you for the great work you've been doing, and
Thank you.
I welcome everyone to this section, and I'm Timi, and I'll be introducing you guys to Rive. I'm a product designer, interaction designer, and a Rive animator. So just like many of us here, when I first stumbled on Rive, it was I thought, wow, I go fit do this thing because the interface was somehow scary and complicated. But once I jump on it, when I started doing one or two, I figured that it's not actually that complicated. It was fun to use. It was fun to use, and it was an incredible tool to use as well. And that's what I'm going to show you guys. That's why we are here today, and see how Rife can improve your designs and what it can bring to your product as well. So I would like to ask if anyone has jumped on Rive before, that's opened Rive before. I want to see
All right.
if I'm the I'm the one alone here who knows about Rive.
Okay. If you've heard about right before,
Uh,
just indicate to me. Chat
just
box. Come on.
indicate. Just I just want to know if I have brothers here, so I'm not alone. Okay. So TOC, are we getting engagement? Sorry, because I can't see it from my hand.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So that's nice that I'm not alone for you, because that's what I just want to know. And anyone
Okay.
who's curious that what's this Rife? Like, you might be asking, why are we talking about this Rife? What's Rife? Um Rive is a tool, is a design tool that um you can use to create animations and interactions, and you can easily implement it to your product. So I'll take that again. Like, Rive used to create animations and interactions that you can easily implement to your product, either website, app, or even Twitter, just to show what you can do with animations or interactions, and it's going to come out well. So I want us to see it like where it's just like a board where you can design, you can animate, and as well you can add interaction, like coding interactions, without you even touching any code, and implement it to your product. So that is all about what Rive does, or what it brings to our this thing, to our product. So I would like to share I have a little slide here, so I don't just keep on blabbing. Okay. Guys, give me a second. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah, yeah. It's coming up. Yes, we
Okay,
can now.
okay.
So,
So I
guys,
have
before
this.
before we dive into it, sorry to me. So let's repost this
Okay,
live stream. Let's tag our friends, your enemy, anyone, your ex, anyone. Just tag them. Let them join this live stream. I'm sure there's so much alpha about to drop. I mean, well, don't let me talk too much. Carry on to me.
so sorry guys, my network was God no go shame us. He won't shame me, but God no go shame us. So as I was saying, so Rive, why Rive matters, and why are we even talking about this, right? Why does it matter as a designer? Why do we have to take it like use the advantage, like take the advantage of this Rive of 18? So Rive animations have interactivities and it's lightweight. It's better than GIF. I'm not saying GIFs are not cool actually, but let's see GIFs like rice and stew. So rice that does not have stew. Do you get like GIFs are cool. They are cool animations, but they don't have life. They don't. You can't interact with GIFs. You can't said okay. I want it to jump or I want it to. This is only what you animated you are going to see. But that's where Rive comes in. Rive gives you that stew into your eyes because when you have the animations you can still add more interactions to it. People can easily easily interact with what you animate or what you design. So Rive bring that to you, and as I've said earlier, it add interactivity to your design without codes. Like you don't need to worry about codes. You can you can easily take your designs from Rive to your app and it's going to work effectively, or to your website, or to any product that you want to use it on actually. And big boys are using it. Like what I mean by big boys is top teams. Yeah, so top teams like Duolingo, like Google, like Uber, even Solana products, like some Solana apps are using it. Most of Solana apps, big Solana apps are using it. And as a designer, so how does this stand out for us? I see Rive as a superpower for us because imagine you add motions to your static icons, to your static hero section. You know, you know what it's going to bring to you. Like you know how it's going to change the view of your portfolio or of your product or your design. So as a designer, I like we need to start thinking of how to interact with our users, and there's no better way you can interact with your users with your products than you trying to give them heads up of what you are trying to communicate, or what you are trying to communicate, or what you want them to achieve on your product or on your website. And with Rive, you can achieve all these things. You are 10x already if you can achieve this. So and we've we've been talking about big boys. Who are the big boys that we know that are using these products? We have Duolingo. Most of us here we are familiar with Duolingo for sure. And you can tell me that once you log into your Duolingo, you are hooked. Forget it, because the interactivity, the animations, their mascots like that whole dancing when you get some scores, or when you went or when you get some scores wrong, it's going to give you an interactions, and those interactions are fun. So it looks fun for you to stay there and spend most of your time, and that is what Rife can do for you, because all these guys that I listed here, they use Rive very well, very well. And Solana products like Phantom is one of the biggest products in Solana that makes use of Solana and for their onboarding. So we have Uber, we have Google. All these guys they use Rive for their in-app smooth animations, interactivities, and so on. You guys can check this product out and see how interactivities has bring a change game for them, like in the production world. So today's goal, so we don't just talk about how life has impacted everybody's life. So we are going to open Rive, see how it works. We are going to take a little talk about how the interface is, and we are going to open a new file, and we are going to import a character, maybe a PNG, and we are going to draw or design it together. And we are going to name the layers, add bones to rig, and we are going to save it for the next class. So that next class we are going to animate it, and trust me, it's going to be epic. So without any further ado, let me take you guys in. So if you are your system, you can actually check it out with me, or you can check this video later and
Sorry,
see.
Timmy.
So
There's a background
okay,
noise.
sorry, it's my TV.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. Thanks for calling my attention to that. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the Aladdin page. You can actually come here and see a lot of uh, things that they've done. You can check the productions that they've worked on. So let's just get started. Even without getting started, it's already looking fun because this button is trying to catch my cursor, but that's the joy of it actually. So if you come here, this is my own page. You guys can create your own page, and so this is my own page. These are the stuff that I've worked on earlier. So the interface is actually familiar. It looks familiar with Figma. Most of us, if you are coming from Figma, it actually looks familiar. So all these things are something that you can easily get if you are coming from Figma. So I'm going to open a new file. So if we open a new file, we are going to see left and right panel, and we have a top toolbar. So here we have, if you are coming from Figma, all these things are familiar. So we have our control selections, options, and we have artboard, we have layout, we have column. All these things are for designs, and also components. This component feature is new, but if you are coming from Figma, everybody knows what components means. So we have pen tool, and we have procedural shapes that we can easily implement or manipulate. We have text, we have bone and weight. We are going to check that. We have events, we have joysticks. All these stuffs are for the interactivity. So we are going to check that also. And this also, we have this section is for checking the in- artboards that you have on your file, on this particular file that we just created. So, and here, this let, let, let me introduce this interface. This side is where we create and animate actually. So if you come to your preset, your select preset, you have a lot of options of artboards that you can select from. But today we are just going to stick with 500 by 500. So if I create this, we have artboard here in our hierarchy. So what it does is, if I create, let me create just a circle. So this is, here is where we have our, this is where we are going to arrange our designs, our elements. anything that you bring into um, or you create, this is where you arrange by hierarchy, like the name, because you have to arrange it by hierarchy to get what you want exactly. And we have assets here. So here you can upload your components, image, font, audio. All these are paid version. That's why I'm not on paid version. So and we have data. So data here is if you want to add real life data to your animation or to your design. So here is where you perform that. This is where you achieve that. And if you come to our top menu bar, uh, top two bar, sorry. So we have our icon, and if you click on this drop down, we have plenty of options. So all these checks are maybe I have bone and I don't want it to show my design. If I uncheck it, it's not going to show. Or maybe all these stuffs are something that you can just get rid in your designs, or you do want it to show on your design. So here is where you get that. So and we have this button export. This is where we export our artboard for runtime. So here is very simple. If I click on this runtime now, this my artboard. I can easily implement it to my browser. So that is we are going to get to that too. And we have generate to share link. So this one is paid. I'm not on paid, and you can easily publish to marketplace. So if you come to our if you come to our right panel, this is where we have our designs property. So this is where we manipulate our design properties. So we have the size, we can have the size. Let me just use this basically. We have the rotation, we have the size here, we have the scale, we have position. So stuffs, cool stuffs. We have constraint, draw order, all the stuffs, clip, color, all the stuff. So this is where we manipulate um, our designs. And we have two buttons here. We are familiar with this. We use this to arrange our elements or our designs. So we have two buttons here. This basically shows that we are in design mode right now. So if I switch to our animate mode, sorry guys, if I'm too fast, you can actually come back to or you can call my attention. So this is where we animate. So if I come to timeline, so if you are coming from After Effects, this will look familiar to you. So this is where we animate, and right here, state machine. State machine is where the creativity comes in. Like this is where the audio logic of I want it to run, I want it to stop, I want it to celebrate, I want it to laugh, I want it to cry, stuffs like that. This is where you connect all your animations together to know when and why they should interact or when they should interact. So I can't wait to show you guys the magic of this state machine actually. So now that we've taught the whole stuff, um, let's just get into drawing our character, our mascot. So I'm going to come to assets, click on this plus icon, and click on upload. So I have my design here. I already downloaded it. A little chicken, a bird. Is it bird or chicken? Anyone. So this is what we are going to draw. This is what we are going to draw. So what I basically do is I dragged it into my artboard. So and I have it in my hierarchy. So before I design, I would like to but first thing first, before I start designing, I duplicate I duplicate this to two. So I can use one for reference and I can use one to generate colors. So I'm just going to lock both of it. I'm going to lock it. So I'm going to reduce this the blend mode is blend is color, sorry. Or what is it called? Yeah, blend mode actually. So I'm going to reduce maybe to like 50. Still going to show, but I don't want it to show that much. Yeah, something like this. So this stuff is simple, and I encourage us to come up with our own or just practice this with me. So I'm going to create an ellipse. Because it's just so to create an ellipse, like you can press your O key or come right here to search for the kind of shape that you want to use. But I like to create a uniform ellipse. So I'm going to hold down my shift key and drag it. So I have a uniform ellipse. Just try to I think it's too big. I'm going to click on this so I can manipulate both the width and the height. I just reduce it to 200. 200. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can go with 200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my vectors mode so that I can easily manipulate this shape. So to do that, I'm going to open this ellipse because they used to have each shapes that you generate. Since you are not using pen tools, they always have a child. So it's the child that you can manipulate. Like now picking easy to tease or easy to wild, that kind of thing. So now the child will go wild, kind of. So I once I click on that path, is going to I'm going to, let me do this. I think I'm too fast. So once I click on the child, which is the path, I'm going to come to my right panel. You see edit vertex. So once you click on it, it's going to ask you if you want to convert it to custom path. So convert. So that's it. So now I can manipulate the shape. So I'm just going to drag this up. I'm going to drag this. I think this is okay. And before that, I'm just going to change the vertex style to mirror. So you guys can just play with these styles. So what this mirror basically means is once if I have any effect on the left hand ankle, it's going to affect the other ankle as well. So saving me from stress. If you use Figma pen tools very well, this is going to be familiar with you too. So I start with Figma pen tool as well, and I'm just going to adjust this something like this. So let's have this. I'm just maybe drag this up a bit or down. I want it to look like egg, like a egg. Maybe adjust this a bit. So yeah, we have our chicken. Or yeah, let's call it chicken. Our chicken body. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to I'm going to close it for now so that I can be able to do other stuffs. But we have that. So I'm going to create our chicken hand. So it's simple. I'm just going to um, activate our pen tool. So I'm just going to use our pen tool. Just a stroke. We are just using a stroke. Stroke is enough. So once I'm done with this, I can click done, done editing, or you press your V key. So I'm just going to press done, and I'm going to click on the custom shape, and I'm going to remove the fill color because it's stroke that I need. So I'm just going to click on this plus button and activate the stroke. I'm going to increase the size. Yeah. I'm just maybe let me give it 38. Can can just manage 38. It doesn't have to be exactly your drawing. You can be can you can break rules, you can make rules. That's life. Okay. So we have our hand. So I'm just going to duplicate it because it's practically the same thing. So I'm going to drag this here. So to for me to turn this other way around, all I just need to do is come to my scale and change this X position to -100, and it's just going to help me to shift it to the other way around. So that saves me from another headache actually. So we have this. It might look rough now, but it is what it is. We are still drawing. So let's have the leg. We are going to have same pen tool as well. I think pen tool is going to do the work. So do the same thing. Edit done. I'm going to click on the custom shape, get rid of the fill, use stroke, and increase the size. Yeah, something like this. Let me just use 24. Yeah, 24. Can use 24. So I'm going to duplicate this and no, let me just create it again. Let me use pen to create this. So I'm just going to create another pen tool. Another done. Same process. Get rid of this. Use stroke and increase the size. Maybe 24 as well, or 20. 24. Yeah. So I can actually reduce. So I'm just going to reduce the. I'm going to reduce. I think it's too long compared to the image that we have. So I'm going to. Um, I think yeah. I'm just going to reduce the scale. I'll reduce the scale to maybe 68 or something like that. Yeah, yeah, something like this. So now we have the leg. So if if you come here, I have to. This is very important actually. I don't know why I have to rename all these stuffs. I have to give them their actual names. So it doesn't give us a headache where we want to animate. So I'm just going to come here and name this body, give this left hand, and this right hand, call this leg, something like that. I'll call this foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I have to group some. So I'm going to group these two together because that's where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take it down. It's supposed to be beneath. So this is the hierarchy that I'm talking about. So you have to, if you want your object to be behind or in front of some of your elements, you have to rearrange them. So I'm going to take this body to the front so you can have something like this. And I'm going to give them color. Let me change the color to something we have here, something like this. And I just like to manipulate it a bit. Maybe I'll use gradient. Maybe I use gradient to just give it some nice color. So something like this. Come back to this and adjust the color. See if you can achieve something cool. Something like this actually. I think this is better. Okay. So but I feel like our our body is too, maybe it's too high. Something like you can have something like this. Okay. Just want to have something close actually. It doesn't have to be exactly what the pictures is showing. So I think we can go with this. I'm going to change this color to the right and the left hand color. Let me group them together because I think they are same thing. So I'm just going to group them together. Name this leg, left leg, left leg, and give this hands. So I'm doing this for, so when I want to animate, it doesn't start looking for which one is the left leg, which one is the right leg. So I'm just going to change the color a bit just to have something like this. Yeah. But I think our hand is a bit lower. Maybe we just bring it up a bit. Yeah, something like this. So our mascot is getting somewhere. We are making progress. So I'm going to change the color of our leg as well. Maybe I change the color a bit to, yeah, something like this. Okay. So let's have the, what am I going to call this? Crown. Yeah, let's call it crown. I think it's called crown actually. So I'm going to I'm going to keep this so I can see. So I'm going to activate my pen tool with key P. So I'm just going to create our crown, something like this. So I can highlight everything and just give it maybe mirror mirror style. So everything look somehow, but we can start adjusting them. We can adjust them till we get what we want. Okay, so I'm going to take out style from this one. I don't think we need style for that. This as well, I'm going to take this up, bring this down. This as well, I don't think I need style for this. Yeah, and this as well, I don't think I need style for. Okay, I think I need style for. You can actually get rid of the style and let's see. Okay, it's actually not bad. I just drag this and see. Drag this here and see. Voila, we have our crown. So done editing, and can change the color to something we have here. Yeah. So what we let's see what we have actually. So I'm going to name this crown. going to name this crown. So if you have this, I think we have this now. Yeah. So reason why I'm not I did not duplicate this is because we are still going to add bones to our to our mascot leg. So I don't want to do it. I want to do it once. So that's why I still leave the leg. So I can just duplicate it once I add the bone. So let's animate the face now. I think it's face that's left. And just keep this. So we have the face. Okay, so I'm going to use ellipse circle. I think we can use this. This is too big. 47 by 47. Okay, so I can use 40. I think 40 should do. Yeah, 40 should do. So this is going to be the highs. Highs, sorry. I don't mean high, so I'm going to um, just manipulate this a bit actually. Experiment, manipulate. Anyone. I'm going to drag this. Maybe change it to yellow, maybe a bit yellow actually. Something like this. Just to give that 3D style, something like that. Okay, so this look like eyeball already. So I'm just going to rename it to eyeball. Eyeball. So let's give it the eye. I don't know what that's called actually. The black eye, the black, the black one. So I'm just going to have something like this, 18 by 18. Let's have it. I can still reduce it actually, maybe 14 by 14 or 16. 16 is okay. So I'm going to change the color as well to going to get the color here. So we have something like this, and just duplicate this. So and so for me to, if I want to reduce this shape to something smaller, I can just hold down my shift, and this line. Sorry, I should have these lines that you guys are seeing now for you to move your element or to scale it. Maybe you want to scale it to something else. So stuffs like that. So that's what it's just there for you to work faster. So I'm just going to hold down my shift key and hold this box, this rectangle here, and just drag it. So it's just going to reduce it to, it's going to reduce the scale. So I think we can. Some people don't like messing with their scale, but it is what it is. I mess with my scale. So I'm just going to change this to maybe white. White. Yeah. So I think we have our high. You can tell me this looks, this is coming, this is, we are getting something. So I'm going to group these two. I'm going to group these two together with Control G. And so I'm going to call it, what can I call this now? High. The high. The high gone. Anyhow, so in as much okay, so let's just move on. So I'm what I'm going to do is, because I don't want, when maybe when we are animating or we want to animate the eye, I don't want it to come out of his eyeball. So his eyeball, sorry. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this group, and I'm going to come to clip. So this clip is basically like masking. So once I click on clip, it's going to ask me to pick a shape to use a clipping source, like to use as a clipping source. So I'm going to use my eyeball as a clipping source. So now if I move this, you guys can see it's inside the eyeball. So now that's done. So we need to have our eyebrow, or what's it called, eyelashes and eyebrow. So I'm going to create a rectangle. I'm just going to create a rectangle. So I'm going to have something like this. Going to have something like this. So just have it in the middle. Let me increase it a bit more. Okay. So I'm going to change the color to what we have here. And one cool stuff is if I want to copy a color style, like this body color style, what I can do is if I hold down my option with control or command and I press C, it's going to copy my is it C or X? Sorry. Or through command C. Sorry, it's not, don't fuck me up. So let's try it if it's going to. Oh, it's not working, but I'm coming. Okay, now it's copied. It's copied. So if I click on this um option command V, or um if you are on Windows, you can use your control key to get this. So your control control C, yes, to copy a style, because it's those are the shortcuts that's going to save you when you have a lot to animate or to design. So I'm just going to add the eyelashes. So I can just basically duplicate this and reduce the size, something like this, and just change the color. Just going to change it to solid and change the color. So what we have here, that's not what we have there. Something like this. Yeah, something like this. So I'm just going to group. I'm going to group the. Let me name them eyelashes. No, this is the eyebrow. Eyelashes. Yeah. So I'm just going to group them together. Control or command with G. Call it. I just call it eyebrow. I'm going to call it top eyebrow because we are going to have two. Top. Okay. So we have our top eyebrow. So I'm just going to duplicate this and I'm going to rotate it to 360, 180 degree. I mean 180. So I'm going to bring this down. Yeah, I think we have something like this. Okay, so I'm going to change the name of this to bottom. bottom eyebrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use clip as well. I'm going to clip this to, so I'm going to clip the top and bottom eyebrow to our eyeball. So I'm going to clip it, do the same here. I'm going to clip this as well to our eyeball. So we have this. Well, our bottom, I think our eyebrow is not long enough, so we can just make it long and do the same for the top. I think it's short as well. Something like this. So I'm just going to drag the bottom. I think I'm going to drag the bottom like this. Yeah. So we have something like this. So I'm just going to group everything together because they are all family. They all have same surname. Hi, 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 hi. So they should all unite together. So I'm just going to group them. I call this our right eye. So we have our right eye. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to duplicate this and maybe um so I can see where this is exactly at. So I'm going to rename this to our left eye. Voila. We have our eye ready. So let's do the peak, the mouth. I think it's called peak. So um so this doesn't get our way. I'm just going to lock it. I'm going to lock them up. Yeah. So now they don't interrupt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our pen tool, something like this, and like this. So I'm going to use our mirror style and adjust the vertex so we can see clearly what we are doing. I hope you guys are still hearing me. So TOC, can you still hear me? Make you no be like say I dey follow myself talk since so.
Can hear you. Loud and
Okay,
clear,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna have something like this. Yeah, I think this will do. I think this will do. So I'm just going to change the color to what we have there. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to call this peak. Peak. I'm just going to so I can see the mouth. So I'm going to use my pen tools as well and just like that and adjust the vertex. Voila. So I'm going to I'm going to get rid of that fill, the stroke that I need. So I can just get rid of this fill and increase the size. Increase the size, maybe 5 or 6. Five should do. So I can, if it's too long, I can reduce the scale. Yeah, I think scale can do that for us. And you can still edit it. Come back to our vertex, drag this down. Yeah, I think this is better. This is better. So I'm going to change the color. Mouth. Yeah. I'm just going to group mouth and pig together because they're family. They are all in the same place. So I'm going to call it maybe mouth. Yeah. So if I hide this, not this. So this is what we basically have now.
We've not done the other leg.
Yes, I'm going to do I'm going to do that. So that's what we are doing next. Um so now let's we have our we have everything drawn. So what we need to do is we need to add some we need to add bone to our character so we can be able to move his leg and stuff like that. Because person wey no get bone go just be like bread. So it's not bread that we are designing. So we want it to dance at the end of this series. We want it to jump. We want it to laugh. We even want it to wave. Anyhow we want it to be. So we have everything grouped. Um, so I'm coming. I'm going to activate bone. Bone. I'm going to come here and create a bone. I'm just going to create one bone here. So this is bone, and I'm going to press my V key to deactivate that bone. So I'm going to call this leg leg bone, leg bone, and I'm going to create another bone for the foot. So I'm going to you can basically press your B key to activate bone. So I'm going to create another bone here and call this deactivate it with V key. Just going to call this our foot bone. Yeah. So we are almost there. We are almost there. So I'm going to put these bones in group. Like I'm going to add it to group. And why I'm adding it to group is when I want to control it, it's that group is that group what is it called? What can I call it? When I get there, I'm going to show you guys shall. So let me just group it and call this bone control, like leg bone control. Leg bone control. So I'm going to change the so I'm going to select it and come to style. So I'm going to change that group to target. So now it is this target that or before I even do that, sorry, I have to come to this and I need to change the position to 0 0. Reason why is when you actually want to manipulate the bone itself. So now it doesn't tamper with our control if you want to manipulate the bone itself. But if you don't do that, you if you drag the control, like if you drag the group stuffs, the bone might gives you restriction not to move at all. But once it's in 0 0 here, now I have control over its position with this control this group that I created. So now I can just shift it up back. Yeah. So now they are in alignment, they are in agreement actually. Make I use agreement. They are both in the group and the bone are in agreement right now. So I'm going to change the group style to target. So now is this target that I can manipulate, I can drag, I can move. So I don't need to even tamper with the bone. So that's the work of target, and you basically need it. So now we are going to do the same for the foot control as well. So I'm going to put it inside the group. I'm going to change the bone position to 0, 0. And I'm going to let's rename the group to foot control, foot leg control, or anyhow. Name doesn't matter, but it matters to name them. But name you give them doesn't matter. Foot bone control. Yeah. So I'm just going to drag this back to this position, something like this, and change the group style to target. So now let's see some magic. So I'm going to add this to our leg group because that's where it belongs. Um, they're all family. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this and I'm going to add this foot. I'm going to put this foot inside this bone. I'm going to put their foot inside and I'm going to put this leg too inside this bone leg. So now you guys will see what is going to actually happen if I try to move. You guys can see. You guys can see that my leg is moving with the bone, with me same as this. This we actually move too. So yeah, we have that. So to actually join both together is so that everything can work together. I'm going to open our foot. I'm going to open our foot path. So if you guys come here, you're going to see bind bones. Bind bones. So if I click on this bind bones, it's going to ask me to select the bones that I want to bind with this leg, with this foot. So I'm going to select, sorry, it's not foot that I want to bind, sorry, it's the leg. It's the leg that actually need binding. So I'm going to select the leg. So I'm just going to choose bind bones. I'm going to select the bone, the leg bone, and also the foot bone. So I want to bind these two together. I want to join the leg and the foot together with bone. I think that's the way bones work, joint bones or something like that. So now so if I come here, I have to once you um bind your bones, it's going to give you different colors. So right there, it's giving me like something like blue and yellow. So I'm going to go back to my leg path and edit my path. So if I choose this bone, where is the bone? What am I doing? Sorry guys. Okay, so if I choose this bone right there, it's what is showing here is that this bone have 100% access, like authority on to manipulate this. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. Like it has 100%, it can manipulate, it have 100% access to this leg, and this also have 0% to Like it has zero, this yellow has 0% to this vertex that I select. This top vertex that I select. This top vertex is only um this blue bones that have access to control the top vertex here. And if I choose the down vertex, if I choose this down vertex, I'm going to, if I change it to, if I change this to 100, if I change it to 100, if I change the yellow, like the foot bone to 100, sorry if I'm confusing you guys. If I change the foot bone to 100, that means this foot bone have 100% access to control my leg down part. It has access to control my leg down part. So you guys will see what I'm trying to explain now. So if I choose our control, you guys will see, oh, um what's going on. But let me choose this and you guys will see what I'm trying to say. It's like this thing is not bind. Um sorry guys. Okay, 100. This. Okay. So I think this is what makes people run actually. Once you once you run into a little problem, you feel like, I don't forget that. But now here we die here. You go work. Now lie. So I
Now so.
think so sorry guys, just give me a minute. Let me see. I think it's the way I set it up. So let me get rid of what I've done. Okay, let me take these two bones to where they belong first. Add this to leg bone to leg bone, foot to foot. Okay, bind bone. Going to choose this. Okay, so edit vertex 100. So okay, what's going on? Sorry guys, just give me a minute. I'm going to sort this.
So yeah, guys, if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat box, and of course, don't forget to repost this live stream. If you've not done that, go and do that now. Go and do that now. Let's repost. Let's repost. Let's
Okay,
repost.
so I think it's actually working now because this is exactly what I want to achieve. But um, I don't know why this is not actually moving. This is supposed to move because Okay, I think it's actually working. I'm the one convincing myself. Sorry, guys. I'm the one convincing myself. So, what I wanted you to do is I was expecting it when I move when I move this, it should move the whole leg together. And I have already given this down part, this our foot bone, access to the down to our down leg. So it's only the foot bone that has that access to move the whole stuff. So you guys can see. But it's because I didn't add those targets. That's why it looks like it's glitching. Assuming I added that stuff, this won't be happening. So let me just shift this one to this side. Let me just reduce it. So I'm going to re-explain. So let's do this again. Sorry guys. Let me re-explain this. So what I did is I added bone to our foot and our leg shapes. So once you add your bones to your foot and your leg shape, so this is just like a supportive for me because this is the only thing that I need. I wanted to achieve. Like I only want the foot to take control. I only want the foot to move. I only want this foot to move. So, but assuming I have something like maybe I want it to be like a normal human being's leg. I think that is when I need to have like three bones that I can manipulate that way that I want it to work. So sorry for taking you guys that confusing you guys with that. So I'm just going to add group. I'm just going to add group to this and change it to target and same as this too. I'm going to add group to it and change it to target and change their names. Call it this is leg control and this is foot control. Okay, so now our leg shouldn't glitch. So you guys can see that glitching has stopped. So I can drag it wherever I want. And same as this, if I if I close this, I can drag the upper. If you guys can understand what I was trying to achieve now, so I gave the upper part. I gave this bone access to upper part, and I gave this bone access to the lower part. So my exaggeration was if I manipulate this, maybe I move this. I was expecting it to move, like to move the bone, like to move um the foot as well with the leg control. So sorry for convincing you guys with that. So it still works. So as I said, it can be confusing, but once you get your head straight, like once you just calm down, like maybe I miscalculated, you probably get it. And there is always joy in when you make mistake and you try to fix it actually. So nobody's perfect and don't try to work to be perfect. Make mistake. If you make mistake, you learn from that. So that is done. So we have it in a group. So I'm just going to duplicate it and move this to this other side and call this right leg. Right leg. Yeah, and we have this. So we are almost done, but we are not done. So I'm going to group. Now we need to arrange by hierarchy. So I'm going to group this. I'm going to group the two together because they belong together. I'm just going to group them and call it legs. Legs. We've grouped this already. So reason why I'm not adding bones to this is because it's just a straight um a straight line. So we can easily manipulate it with his handle. So, and if you want to get the best out of it, actually, you can still group it and use and animate the group. I do that. I do that a lot, and so I don't need to mess up with the actual shape. I mess with the group, but it's not like it's compulsory, or it's just like you trying to avoid using that shape on different, because when you start animating, you want to maybe manipulate the rotation or the scale. Maybe when you want it to jump, you have to manipulate the rotation or the height. And you might want to manipulate same that same property in different timelines. So if you manipulate the same property in the same shape, like inside that same shape, it's going to give you a headache when you try to combine everything together in state machine. So that's why I always try to group my shapes. So it is those groups that I messed up I manipulate their shapes or their properties. So it's easier that way to even you can even name them, like, okay, this group is for scale. You can say hand scale. You can say eye hand length, or hand rotation, or hand color, something like that. So it's easier for you to see to know what you want to manipulate. So I can even have like 5 groups on this shape, because I want to manipulate the shapes, the properties actually. So that is that for that. But I'm not going to group this. Just leave it that way. We have the body, we have the high. So I'm going to group these two high together. Their family, it belongs together. Okay, so mouth and the high, they have to be in same group. So I can call this face. That's the face, and I'm going to take this up because that's the first thing that we want to. So we have the body, the arms. So I think it's arranged properly. So I'm going to put everything in one group. I'm going to put everything in one group and call it maybe our bed. I can call it bed, and group it again and call this master group. So this master group is why I did that is because when I start animating, I might want to animate this bed group, and if I animate this bed group, and is this bed group too that is my master group, if I want to export it, or if I want to adjust adjust the um, maybe I want to scale it to a proper size that you can implement it to your website. If I tampered with this bed, and which is I use as my master group too, is going to affect the whole animation. So those little um, instructions, just follow it, because those are the things that will save you from headache. So now we have our group, and we are going to create our shadow. So let's create our shadows. simple to create shadow. It's just an ellipse. Just going to have an ellipse. Yeah, we can have something like this. And have something like this. Can something like this, and just bring the ellipse to down of. It's not. I didn't put inside our bed. If you guys can see, I didn't put inside our bed group because it's not part of. It's not part of the body, so it's not part of the bed. So I'm going to call this shadow, but it's inside the master group. So take note. I'm going to change. I can just change the color. Maybe change it to something close to yellow also. And I'm going to I'm going to show you guys one cool stuff here. This feather, add feather. So if I add feather, feather is just like adding shadow to your Figma, to your design in Figma. But this one is even more advanced. Yeah, I can say this advanced. So if I activate my feather, let me take these guys off. We don't need them. So you guys can see. Let me show you guys before I activate that feather, so you guys can see the difference. Let me change the color of this to maybe white. Something like this. So if I activate our feather, you guys will see it gives it this cool shadow effect. So, and you can manipulate it here. I can increase the amount of the feather. I can reduce it, I can increase it, and it's just going to look like a shadow. It's just going to look like a shadow. And funny, the cool part is I can do inner or outer. If I do inner, you guys can see it gives me that like matte style. Let me take it out. You guys can see something like this. You can actually, like, you can be creative with this stuff. Actually, you can be creative with using it on your designs. So let me change this back to outer. So we have this. So one more thing I forgot, our crown. So if we reason why I want to do this, or I should do this when we want to animate, but let me just talk about it. So we have one cool feature in this Rive. So if I want to have this our crown shown at the back, maybe when it jumps, I want it to show at the back, and when it bounce, I want it to show back at the front. So the way we can achieve that is if I choose if I come to this draw order, if I activate draw order, so I'm going to change the draw order to below target. If I change it to below target, it will ask me to choose a target. So I'm just going to choose body. If I choose body and it's being activated, so now if I choose the crown and and I check this draw order one, draw rule one, you guys can see it took it to the back of our body. So we are going to need this in our next class because we'll be animating this our guy, and we might probably need that crown to go to the back, probably, possibly. But in case, so I just have to activate. I just have to add that in case I need it. So yeah, we have our character or our mascot designed, and you guys can you guys can agree with me that our little chicken, or China chicken, or na turkey, or anyone, it looks like it's ready to go for NYC camp, because the way they stand, e be like say he won't go for NYC camp.
This was
So
supposed to be white
next,
chick. But this one a yellow chick. No be white chick. No be white fowl.
I
A yellow
swear,
fowl.
seriously, exactly. So our yellow fowl is ready to go for NYC camp. So next week we are going to actually make him walk to NYC camp, or maybe jump to NYC camp. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the little, and learn a little from this little task that we did. So my task will be, you guys should try and do exactly what I did. If the bone side is kind of confusing for you, you can just reach out to me on X. My DM is opened. Anything, I'll be glad to help. But you guys should be able to create this. If you watch this video, you should be able to recreate this, and so that we can all animate together next session. Yeah. I'm open to any question. If anybody has a question,
Nice. Sharp.
yeah, thanks. Thank
Um.
you.
Okay. You can check the comments. Click on that comment at the top.
Okay, okay,
No. Yeah.
okay.
So, guys, if you have any question or anything, feel free to drop them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we can attend to it. Someone said, "Is it because it's the visual NG, or truly this was a lot?" Yeah, it's a lot. It's the super team cheat
yeah,
code. That's what you're enjoying.
for real, for real.
So, guys, if you have any question, do that
So
now.
if
So
yeah,
yeah. You go ahead. You want to say something?
no, no.
So, yeah, if you have any question, just go ahead and drop them now so that we can attend to it. And just like you said, it's giving everyone an assignment. So try and recreate this on your own. Of course, this live stream will still be on my profile here on X, so you can watch it all over and over again as many times as you want. And that's a beautiful advantage of this. So you can watch it as much as possible. You can pause it while you're watching it, take your time, so you can get exactly the same thing. So next week we'll dive into the animation part, making the character come to life. So basically, all you did today was drawing with Rive. Next week we'll dive in much more. So if you have
Okay,
questions, let's drop
okay.
them. Uh,
K is asking, does your laptop spec matters in order to run Rive? No. Your If you have 8 gig RAM, 16 gig ROM, you are good to go. You are good to go. Yeah, it's just like
and it's
Figma.
a
So
web-based app. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's web based app. So you are good to go.
Someone is saying, sorry, I came in late. Is it a light? Let me check out this thing again. Is it a
Is
light
it
app,
a
and where can I download it?
Okay, you can download it, but you just go to rive.app on your web app, your browser. I mean, sorry. So you can download. You can see the download options there if you want to download it on your PC. But yeah, it's a light app. You can have it on your PC.
So it's a web-based app. So web-based
Yeah,
app. So it
yeah,
makes it
yeah,
easy.
and you can use it on your web too. Yes, I'm practically using it on Chrome right now, so it's good to
Makes
go.
sense. Just like Figma. So it makes a lot
exactly.
of sense. Makes sense. So, pending when people drop other questions, I just want to also just chip in this. Just like you all know, yeah, I rep bad chain everywhere. Um, yes, and then interestingly, we have bad chain in Nigeria now. So if you're not following us, you've not joined. That's the bad one. If you've not joined us, go and follow bad NG now. And then there's a new update for those of you that probably have not seen it. We have like a roster board. Um, it's fun, it's different, and it's much more exciting. And we have like a new roster up, a brand, a bounty sort of for StreamLink. So guys, jump on it. Go to Barchain X account and then check out the announcements, or you can check Bad Chain NG. So guys, go and follow Bad Chain NG. If you have any questions or touching Bad Chain anything, feel free to shoot me a DM, make a comment, or comments on Bad Chain NG post. Would respond to you as well and give you the alpha and everything you need. So guys, we're still early. You're watching us. Join Bad Chain now and start roasting to earn. You roast products and you can earn just by roasting products. Some of you have bad mouth, you can abuse people very well. This is your chance to make money with that your bad mouth, right? So guys, we're still early. Jump on that. There's so much alpha coming in the coming days. So yeah. Um,
Yeah,
so
okay,
any
said
question? Yeah.
Rive is not for the weak.
Oh
Designed as
yeah.
a whole, designed as a whole. This word is not for the weak, I swear. The word
actually,
as a whole is not for the weak. So
actually, success is
you
not
just
for the
have to
weak.
prove stubborn. You have to prove stubborn to everything.
Let me ask you, Timmy, how long did it take you for you to learn Rive?
Okay, so
Like to at least to
I
some
started.
extent, so good extent.
Yes, yeah, I started early last year. Boss Inzubi actually introduced Drive to me. So it was early last year after we finished is it iPad Drive Hackathon? So it has one project that we were working on. It was app it was like something like Uber. So they asked me to come up with an interaction for that stuff. So I was finding it difficult to get that done so fast and effectively. So I tried my best with Figma, but I Bonzubi said I since I have idea on interaction and stuff that I should try out Rive. I was like, what's Rive? So I started when I started, I dropped it, but Bonzubi was like, bro, you have to try this because it's going to give you edge later on. So I just keep on proving that stubborn that okay, this thing is hard, but I can watch like one video like 20 times in a day and practice with it. So with time I was okay with it actually. Like I was able to do it on my own without watching tutorial. But before I have to watch small, do a bit, watch a bit, do a bit, watch a bit, do a bit. And if you do it that way, don't rush. You don't need to learn fast. I'm a slow learner and it helps me too. But yeah, if you take it a bit, a bit, a bit, a bit, with time you see that you achieve what you want. So I achieved it with a bit, but it take me time actually. It take me like actually before I was able to confidently come out to say that okay, I can use Drive for website. It was middle last year, like middle last year. I knew
So
about it
let's say
around
roughly
April,
like for the basics, let's say like roughly like 6, 7 months,
like roughly like 4 months actually, like 3 to 4 months.
4 months.
Yes, because
Makes sense.
we did that upper drive around February March, so I jumped on it on April. So before the next hackathon, I was able to do something.
Makes
So that
sense.
was like 3 months interval. So yes.
Makes sense. So guys, if you're here, that's your inspiration. So by the end of this year, by December, you can be very good, or at least good to some extent
Yeah,
will arrive.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
just lock in, just have to lock in
If you're lucky,
and give it your
seriously,
all. So I'm rooting
yeah.
for everyone. So do it. Oh. And I want you guys to come and quote this and say, ah, it was in this designer score. And Timi said this and
Serious,
this and this,
yeah.
and Tracy said it. I was inspired and I went for it. So I'm rooting for you all. And then just to
I'm
say
rooting too.
this, Timi, you currently have a job role, and it is because of this Rive
Yeah.
animation, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
guys, you see,
I got a job. Seriously.
guys, you
So
see.
it's just like the way Bonzubi pictured it that is going to pay off actually. I believed in that and it actually paid off. So that's just you just have to believe in yourself. Even where people believes in you, you have to believe in yourself too that you can do it. Yeah.
So guys, don't
So
fade
that's
this
it.
alpha. Don't fade this alpha. So it can be you in the next 4 months saying this like this, and then also possibly bag a job too because you're a live animator
Yeah.
as well. So guys, jump on this. So we'll continue this, and just like I said, all through the month of September, this will be our focus as designers. We'll be exploring Rive, basically. At the end of this month, when we're done with all the tutorials, trust me, you'll be able to do amazing stuff on Rive.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
trust, I know Timmy for I know Timmy very well. Timmy is somebody that poses out that the gatekeeper at all. He'll give you everything, just like
Yeah.
he'll give you all the alpha, no gatekeeping. So
Yeah.
guys, yep.
I
Thank you for
got you guys.
joining the call. Thank you. So Timmy, any
Thank you
last
for
words
having me.
before we leave? Before we end this call? You
Um
want to say?
just make sure you try something today. Just open the app, see am, just see as it be, as like that might even trigger you to say, okay, make I just see if I can move rectangle or circle. And if you just one or two, because our next session we are going to try animation. So from there you can grab one or two, but today just try and do something. Just try and maybe try the you might not do exactly what I did. You might do something else. Just try and design something in Rive. From there, you can get familiar with the interface. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try and do something. All my stuffs, they are not
All
perfect,
right.
but just make sure that I push them out. It will do. So that's just it. That's my
Actually,
last
and
word.
that's just the
Like,
secret.
yeah,
Consistency pays a whole lot, guys. Just keep at it. Keep at it. That 1%,
seriously,
1% better every day. Eventually
every
get to
day,
100%. So just keep
seriously,
at it.
yeah, yeah,
Keep at it. So I'm challenging you all. This is an first assignment for everybody here. Just like Timmy said, go and open Rive, take a screenshot, and tag myself, tag Timmy, and say
yeah,
you're about to start your Rive journey. So be accountable. Let's
exactly,
build in the open. Like what always been pushing.
yeah.
So guys, I will drag you if you post it at then by next week. If you don't do your assignments, I'll drag you. So guys, of course, also
That's it.
as soon as if you have any challenges, you can drop it on the designers group chat on Telegram or Discord. Tim is also there, so it will definitely just respond to you,
Yeah.
give you any advice you need. So guys, that's good.
No pressure, no pressure,
All
no
right,
pressure.
guys. So yeah, just like you all know, yes, it was a wonderful time. I mean, I enjoyed this call. What a ride experience. So, guys, it's not bye bye, but see you again. A big shout out to SuperteamNG leads, um, Zudo, as our lead, and our co lead, Ario B. Big shout out to them for the support, for always being there as well. And also, a big shout out to Goddess, the goddess behind the call. She's not giving us all the vibe and
Yeah,
everything. We've seen me
she's
just
a
smiling like I'm blushing. She's there whining me. But then it's fine. Big shout out to her. Thank you so much. And she's enjoying free class from us. So it's a win-win. Trade by barter, right? So thank you so
that's
much,
it.
Goddess, for always showing up for us. She's blushing there. So guys, thank you so much. So guys, a big shout out to every one of you that joined us on this call today. You all are the cheat code. This Super Team NG Designers Call. Our focus, our goal is to help every one of us much more stronger and better as designers. Tim, someone is asking for your X handle. Can
Okay,
you drop
X
it
shadow is instead where I can
at
type
create?
it.
No,
Yeah,
just
at
say, let me
create
type
with
it for
Timmy.
you.
Create with Timmy. At create with Timmy.
Okay.
Timmy. Yes, how to create with Timi.
Okay, same. So I just
Okay,
dropped
yes,
it,
yes.
guys, in the this yeah. So you can tag him. Like I said, open Rive today and tag myself and tag Timmy as well. I make that commitment to learn. And of course, it's also in the
Yeah,
designers group chat. So feel free
yeah,
to come there and let's have conversations as well. To make you guys better. So
yeah,
guys, again, don't forget on Friday we'll be having our design review session. So if you have a designs you've done this week, you can bring them to Discord where we'll be reviewing everybody's design. Just to give you hints, tricks, tips to make your designs better, much more better, basically. So that's pretty much it. So big shout out to everyone. I'll see you again next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m., same time. More vibes, more alpha, more energy, morale,
yeah.
200% higher. So guys, not
All
bye bye.
right.
I'll see you again.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Timmy, for
guys.
joining
Thank you,
us.
Chelsea. All right.
Yeah. Guys, let's have some music.